Hello everyone, this is Adnan. So this tutorial is about uh, creating an email system using PHP. So in this tutorial we are going to create a simple email system which consists of uh, essential modules such as login and inbox as well as drafts and send messages and compose message and other things. So we'll try to do this in PHP, and I'm using the XAMPP for this XAMPP server. So first of all we have to start both of this both of the servers, Apache server and MySQL server, and minimize it. So here we come. So I have already written the files. So uh, we I planned on making email system which is similar to Google Gmail, so I named it Smail. So and I have divided all these uh, well, all the files into modules, separate modules. So first of all, I created a head module, head.php, header for header, and then a tail.php. So you can see all the files here. So these are all the files uh, which consists of uh, each gives one separate module. So I have also created some classes so as to avoid hard coding it, and it can be can I can use them anywhere using the require ones statement in PHP. So let us have a look at the header.php, that is header. So I I did nothing simple things such as I copied the CDN link of Bootstrap, so as I could use so that such that I can use it in uh, so that I can use it in this web page. Then next in I gave a heading like welcome to Smail, which will be displayed on all the web pages. So on the top of the web page. So I put it in the header. So you can see I used text align center font size. I try to make it look good using changing the background colors and text colors, also adding some padding, so make it look even. And so let us have a look at the first page of the website, that is registration. First of all, a user has to register in it. So I used a HTML form which consists of by using a container. So uh, and here the form see, I use the form which is redirected to rcheck.php, that is a registration check.php. So we have to verify if the user we have to enter these details into the database. So I used another page, that is our check registration check.php. I hope you can see my screen. So first of all, let us see our registration.php. So in the registration we'll collect the email and password, just simple username and input type submit, uh, and another module for submit. So I copied the I used require ones for uh, getting the tail.php and head.php. So username and password. So let us see how this looks. So I have come to the local host, and I have saved it in Smail. So let me open. So when I click on registration.php, so this is the or look simple look of uh, the registration page. So let me register. I have already registered with some mails, so let me register for some mails. Adnan at the rate gmail.com. The password is something like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Simple. Let's keep it simple and submit. So it's showing me. Okay, it's showing me user registration successful. So I can go for sign in. No, I can click sign in, or else I could have used redirect for sign in by using the header location. So let me go to the sign in. This is the sign in page. So here I have options. I have given text. What do you call inbox? I mean form, by using the same form, but for email password, submit, and then forgot password. So first of all, we should know if the details have been uh, the registered have been registered into the database. So let me reload it. So you can see uh, I have, first of all, I created a new database named db1. So in that I created a table student data. So you can view the structure. So it has two columns, username and password. I gave variable characters, that is it can be anything now. So I gave it variable characters, and you can I also gave a uh, I also in, initialized the length of length maximum length limit. So you can see here, and by using this is PHP my admin. So you can access it by going for the XAMPP and then clicking on admin. So this will open on the tab of a browser. So in student data, I gave two columns, username and password. It is very simple to create a what do you call table in a database. For example, let me show you. So in here in the database, I can create a see. So I can name the table here like student data inbox, and add the number of columns. Name the columns, give the length values, declare the types, and then I can click for save. So a new table will be formed. So let us see what in the student data. So in the student data, I have registered with these three emails. So you can see the recently I registered with this email. So it is the registration was successful. Let us see how this has been registered. So first of all, I created uh, a, a PHP file for connection for connecting to the database. So uh, this is how you connect to the database by using PHP. So use MySQL I function. So in that we have a connect function. So we give an yeah, variable. So I can change here the server name of the server and the username. So since we are using it in the on localhost, so I gave it the localhost. The password is these are all default stuff, and the database. So we have to retrieve is db1. So the data part dollar symbol data, I have given the data. So in the connection part, I connected them to I connected using the MySQL I connect function. So these are server user dollar pass dollar data. If this doesn't work, so you can add a or die, so that it will uh, it will so that it will change. It will close the. It will show that the connection has failed. So now let us see how. how we insert the values into the database. So first of all, I copied the I mean I placed the PHP file database db1.php using by using require ones, and then if so in the registration form, I used the method post. So by using post, I can get the details entered by the user. So if the email entered is not empty, then this will execute. So in this, first of all, we write the query to insert into the student data values. So and we give the parameters. So these two are strings. So by using the bind parameter function, so we use so, uh, you can see in the PHP my admin. So that is the database. First of all, first first column is for username and the second column is for passwords. So in the same order, I have assigned I have given the parameters such that they reflect into the database, and then I execute the query. So if the query is executed properly, so it will show the user registration successful as we have seen. And then if there is something error, or if there is a user already, so it shows user already exists. And we can go back to login page by using redirection, by using header function with location. So this is how it works. So let me log in then. Uh, so adnan@gmail.com, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So I have submit button as well as the forgot password. So submit button. Okay, it is successfully logged in. Okay, see this. So it has successfully logged in, and as I have used the header part, so you can see welcome to Ismail in every page. So in the home page, I have used the what do you call? I have given models for compose, and compose inbox, and sent messages. As we haven't sent any messages, or we haven't this is the first time we have opened this account, it doesn't show anything. As we use this, it will appear, the messages will appear. We have the drafts, and we also have the logout. So let me open my previous account, so which I had performed some uh, mails. I have used some mails. So let me enter the password. Adnan. 1 2 3 4. Okay, let's go to submit. First of all, before we go to submit, let me show you how the login page is. So in the login.php, yes, I added the head.php as well as the tail.php, and in that I gave a sign in heading in the middle, and then I used a form. So this form, the action is for it sends the data to lcheck.php. That is the lcheck.php opens whenever I click submit. The method is again we use post, so that we hide the details of the uh, form in the URL. So we used method is equal to post. You can also use method is equal to get, um, but post is better. So might as well use it. So gave the labels email, password, as you have seen, and also given for forgot password. So whenever I have also given links for it. So by using anchor tag, the href attribute I gave password reset.php. So uh, whenever I log in, it has to check if there is a the user, if the credentials are valid or not. Mm, then it should direct me to the home page. So in the I have created a separate uh, so this login page uh, directs to lcheck, that is login check.php. Login check.php. So in login check.php, in login check.php, uh, so I use I first of all incorporate the database, that is the connection part, and then I give a variable dollar is equal to zero, or okay. And so first of all, the email should not be empty. So when the email part is not empty, that is not empty of post email. So the login, the email entered in the login page, if it's not empty, so these will these statements will execute. So in that, first of all, we have to check the data, that is retrieve, go through the data. So I use prepare function that select star from the student data, that is we have to check through the total database, all the all the columns in the database. So and then I execute the query, uh, and then we bind the result, that is both the columns, column 1 and column 2. uh, Whenever and I use the fetch function, if for this, for the query. And if by using string compare, if the when dollar post of email, dollar underscore post email, that is the email entered, is does matches with the column, uh, that is username, as we have stored usernames in column 1. So if that matches, so then I'll start a session. So sessions are used for storing like you can use them for storing some information. It is usually used to have the status of the, if the user is still in login, is still logged in or not. So I create a, first of all, the session has to be started in the front of in the starting of the PHP. And then if there is if there is an existing session, so it will not create another session, it will check, it will go to the session. And in that session I have uh, created a global variable using dollar underscore session user. So I will give that I'll give the email which is which has been, I mean, entered, that is the logged in. So with that we know that the user has been logged in. So I can also use the echo to check if that, if the session is working or not. So and then i I incorporate home.php. So since the since the username matches with the, since the username matches, username and the password matches with the database. So session is being created, uh, and he has logged in. So and then I increment dollar $C++, so as to have I mean a variable such that if uh, so that I can use it for error messages. So if uh, else if the doesn't match, I mean, if the logged in email is not correct, if the logged in email is not empty, but it is does not match with the database, so then error will be displayed that please check your username or password. Let me show you. Let me go for localhost. Let me change the Gmail, this. Okay. So when I submit, so you can see I haven't I mean turned off the error, so it's showing this. No connection. So the problem is with the connection. Okay. So now, okay, okay. I can use exceptions file handling, exception handling to overcome this, and also use error reporting is equal to zero to to not display to the client. But okay, let's see what happens when you enter with a uh, uh, already present email. So as you have seen, I think some time. I don't know why it's taking time. Okay, first let me log out. Adnan, so let me submit. Sorry. Oh, I haven't saved some stuff. I think. Oh,